Builder incentives are back, baby. We're talking about closing cost credit, discounted prices, rate buy downs, washers, dryers, refrigerators. Let's talk about it. Over the last 2 years, the real estate market has been crazy and so challenging for any buyer out there wanting to buy a house. And a lot of buyers thought, well, let's just skip this real estate market with these 20 plus offers on a house and let's go directly to new construction. We won't have to bid on a home. It's going to be a lot easier of a process. We won't have to wait too long to move in. We're going to get exactly what we want. Then we learned that the builders had a list of hundreds of potential buyers. We had lottery systems going on just to get on the list to be able to purchase that new construction home. So we're on this wait list and we have to wait for months and months and months, and finally getting a call for an opportunity to bid on one of these new construction homes, thinking there'd be little to no buyer incentives, which there were. You're just basically purchasing the property. There's no room for negotiations. They basically offer you nothing except for making sure that you pay top dollar for that home. And let's not even talk about the inability to make those design choices that you would normally get if you're buying a new construction home. The good news is for home buyers out there, the real estate market is absolutely changing, and we're starting to see the effects of that in the new construction sector. It's November of 2022. Rates have gone up like crazy. They've really changed this market, and as a buyer for a new construction home, if it is 6 to 12 months out, you're probably not going to get a chance to lock your rates for at least another few months. Could you imagine if you could barely afford that new construction home at 7% interest rates and then they go up to 8, 9, or even 10 over the next couple of months, what that would mean? Now, I absolutely don't see it happening where it goes up that much. But who knows after this year? I mean, we've gone from 3% at the beginning of the year to 7%. Now, the Fed is adamant on continuing to raise a Fed fund rate and pretty much explicitly saying that they're trying to crash the housing market. So who knows what is going to happen? Now, one smart thing that we have been seeing is new construction developers offering a guarantee on the interest rate for your new construction home. So let's talk about this for a minute. Builders are basically saying that they'll buy down your rate, lock it in, and on top of that, offer all of those other incentives. So they're saying, hey, let's get your rate down to what we were seeing in the spring or summer of 2022, around 5.5%. We know how much interest rates affect monthly payments on homes. So having an interest rate locked that is 2 to 3% less than what is currently offered is a no-brainer. So even if you're 12 months out from actually being able to move into that property and 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 months away from being able to get your rate locked, they're saying we guarantee that you are not going to pay over a certain percentage. So they're taking the risk on themselves, but it's giving you the confidence as a buyer to be able to put your money down, put a deposit down on the house that's right for you. And I don't know about you, but we have noticed that the higher interest rates have definitely affected the number of buyers looking for homes. And quite honestly, sellers are hesitant to sell right now. If they have to buy another home at a higher interest rate than they currently have, they're kind of staying put. This creates the perfect opportunity for buyers who want to get an awesome deal on a new build. So now the question is, should you buy a new construction home right now? And the answer is, it depends. If you find a new construction development that is willing to negotiate on the price, is willing to offer you buyer incentives, then you actually can get a really, really good deal right now. Now, I will be honest that the builders offering the deepest discounts are the ones that are further out, but just about all of them are offering something right now. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens over the next couple of months here in DFW. I really don't foresee this market crashing, but because interest rates have gone up so much and because there's been so much change and disruption, it's going to be really interesting to see what does happen, especially over the next 60 to 90 days. So let's say that even after all that information, you do want to look at new construction homes. There's one big thing that you have to keep in mind, and that is you have to show up for your very first visit with a real estate agent. Why? Because a lot of new developers have a policy that if you do not show up with a real estate agent on day one, they will not allow someone to represent you during that transaction. They will not offer any type of compensation for a real estate agent to kind of have your back and represent you in this transaction. So even if you're just looking around and you just want a second set of eyes, a second opinion on things, our information is below. Reach out to the McGraw Group. We are here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.